Howdy folks, and welcome to episode 4 of the Con, the Bran and the Movie podcast.
This is a movie podcast where we've picked the weirdest and wackiest movies the other person hasn't seen.
And we'll pit them against each other in a movie duel to see which one is stranger.
And today we are doing alien-related movies as our theme. I watched Mac and Me for the second time, and Brandon actually broke a world record with the movie that he watched being the first person in the world to watch War of the Worlds twice. So, obviously...
And it was the worst experience of my life.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Obviously, you can see we have a new setup for this episode. We're going for something different because, one, it makes it slightly easier to edit because we did get one day slightly late. So hopefully this works. Hopefully this looks better. I think we're just going to go straight into it this time.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to start with this, rather than... we might highlight some good movies in between, but let's get straight into this.
Now, I feel like I should start by saying I'm honestly really tired today because...
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to put this movie off for so long because I knew it was terrible because I've already seen it. And, probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And, so I was just trying to put it off. And then I realised last night at, 1 a.m, I was like, oh, I should probably watch this.
Yeah.
Before tomorrow. So, my last note for this movie was at 2:37 a.m. This movie is rightfully been called one of the worst movies of the decade, if not the worst.
Yeah,
rightfully.
I have heard, and I've seen a lot of this film out of context, so I have no clue what happens. It just reminds me of the movie Missing, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, talking about Missing, this was filmed throughout the COVID pandemic, which, it makes sense why they shot it like this.
Yeah, of course. Not having people kind of, interacting with each other in person, having
everyone
it all
shot
online.
Everyone shot it individually, so it's there's not really any chemistry with anyone because they didn't even know what was happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously makes sense why they shot it like this. But what doesn't make sense is why they held onto it for at least 3 years. Why would they do that? Because Missing, it's a product of its time.
Of course.
It makes sense why it was filmed like this because it was created in 2022, released in 2023.
So. Yeah.
So it's it's a product of the pandemic. You can look back on it and see, I want to say it's German expressionism in a way, where where you can look at it
I understand what you're trying
and
to
be
say.
that's a product of its time. That's that art came from the surrounding political, economic state of the world at that time.
Can we take a minute to talk about the political and economic state of the world right now?
But yeah,
nice.
If this was released around the same time as Missing, I think I would probably look at it a little more favourably.
Yeah, of course.
But, it would still not be great, obviously. Something that's so weird about this movie, not a single person in the cast, you can look this up, not a single person in the cast has ever acknowledged the movie. Not in a good way, not in a bad way, just not at all. They haven't...
It doesn't even exist.
They haven't posted anything
surprised, to be honest,
on their stories, on their Instagram, anything saying, I'm in War of the Worlds. At all. Not even before it came out.
That's what I was going to say. They must have went to an early screening and we were sitting there thinking, this is the worst film I have ever been in. And we're I'm separating myself from this as much as possible.
Maybe they don't even know they're in this movie. Because obviously it was filmed years ago. So it's just
To be honest.
They just filmed it, they forgot about it.
They didn't
and
even
then
know
it
it
came
was
out.
releasing.
Yeah. But, right. So I'll get into the actual movie now. So yeah, this opens with Ice Cube, William Radford. I'm just going to call him Ice Cube for the whole movie, though.
Okay.
He's just doing his job at the CIA, where he just monitors the world. He just looks at security cameras and any camera. He just looks at it but I don't know what he does because all he does is he opens a tab. There'll be a thing there'll be a box around something, and it'll go security threat, normal, and then he'll just go off of it and go into a different one. We know he doesn't do anything because at one point it goes security threat high.
And he just goes off.
And it's red, and he just goes off. Shouldn't you
contact
research
someone?
that?
Yeah.
Be why is the security that high here? He's just looking through this. We see 5 minutes of him just open a tab and be there's some people there, and then go on a different one. But yeah, and then we see that he's monitoring his adult children, just going through life.
Okay.
Because he's an overbearing dad, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then someone calls his laptop. Someone called Sandra Nasser. Yeah.
Does she work at NASA?
I mean, of course, like, in everyone in their contacts, you'll have a contact that will be like name the way you know them.
Yeah, yeah.
What the weird thing is that in the CIA files, she is also called Sandra Nasser. Luckily, she's not called that in the cast list.
Yeah,
but
she's actually got a normal name.
Yeah, but they never say her last name, I don't think. So her name is NASA scientist Sandra Salas.
That's her full name.
Yeah.
Her full title.
Yeah,
when she has to write a legal document.
Her first name's NASA.
Yeah, that's what she has to write in a legal document.
But yeah, so I don't think they ever say her last name, so I don't know where that came from. She might as well have just been called Sandra Nasser.
It's just so they can... does this film pass the Bechdel test? I was going to say it's just so they can pass the Bechdel test, but I can't imagine it does.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure there's 2 women in the movie. No, there's 3 women in the movie. But like...
Do they talk?
Yeah, but like...
Are they all named?
Maybe it does pass the Bechdel test. No, wait, but
they talk about a man?
A man can't be in the conversation.
Yeah, I don't think a man can be in the scene, and the man can't be... It can't be about a man. The conversation can't be about a man.
The only conversation between 2 women, Ice Cube is also in their conversation. Sandra Nasser calls him on FaceTime, and it's like, look at these like freak electrical storms. This is like insane. And he's like, damn, that's crazy. Anyway, gotta go.
It just moves on. It doesn't matter.
He's like, I want a people, not weather. That's like insane electrical storms. Come on.
What a shame.
And yet, while this is happening, we find out there's this man called the Disruptor, who's just like a hacker who's trying to expose the government secrets.
It's like a supervillain.
Yeah, but he's just like sort of...
He's just a kid in his
He
room.
doesn't really do anything for most of the movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We sort of forget about him until we need him.
I think that seems what most of the movie is that it doesn't really do anything for most of the movie.
Yeah, well, so... No one cares about that. Let's check back in on Ice Cube's kids, shall we?
Is this relevant?
Yes.
Are his kids actually relevant to the plot?
Yeah, his kids are integral to the plot.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he scolds his pregnant daughter for like getting a donut for breakfast, and he like
her? Like a...
Yes. And then he looks into her fridge via like a camera and is like, "You've got a bad diet."
He's got like an X-ray camera in her fridge. Bzzz. Whoa, you have grapes today?
That's so terrible. What the hell? But yeah, so that's just like that doesn't really matter. And then we get introduced to his son, who's just like a gamer. He just doesn't like do a lot. He's just sort of in his room.
For some reason, I was expecting the complete opposite, and I thought he was going to be like some stupidly like athletic jock. I don't know why.
It was going to be one of the two, really.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it was going to be one of the two.
Yeah, of course.
And then, so we're introduced to them two. We then get introduced to another person immediately after.
Another kid?
Well, it's Ice Cube's daughter's boyfriend, played by Devin Bostic.
Okay.
Roderick.
Yeah.
And he's an Amazon delivery driver. Here might be a good time to tell
doorbell?
you.
Is he seen through a ring doorbell?
No, he goes on a security camera in his car. But yeah, this might be a good time to tell you. So I'm sure you've seen clips of like very blatant Amazon product placement on TikTok in this movie.
Yeah, well, it is made by Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah. Would it surprise you that Amazon had no involvement into the production of this movie?
What?
This is 100% true. There's nothing that Amazon told them to take out or put in at all.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
All of the Amazon product placement was by their own design.
Yeah, it's by choice. Just for the love of the game.
But you watch it and you assume this must have been an Amazon shill to just be like, we want this movie to sell products.
Like when you watch like Space Jam, the second Space Jam, and there's the Warner Brothers logo plastered on every single wall.
Yeah.
It's like you can just tell that was Warner Brothers being like, you need to put our logo in.
Yeah, of course. And it seems the same with this. But it's, for some reason, their artistic choice to have, at one point, when this guy's flying a drone, to have just the Amazon logo in the corner for a full 5 minutes.
It's the love of the game.
But anyway, so Devin Bostic, he accidentally tells Ice Cube about the baby shower that he's not invited to, his daughter's baby shower.
Yeah. Wait, Ice Cube's not invited to the baby shower?
No, they don't really. His kids don't really like him because he's like because he monitors them.
Oh. Well, it's not surprising. Like, they have
it's
literally
not,
no privacy. He probably watched them make that child.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Just sat there, like, staring at the screen, like...
Giving call-outs. But yeah. After he accidentally lets it slip, there's this insanely long scene of him just, like, a bit sad, just be like, oh, why didn't she invite me? But while this is happening, we see why he didn't invite her. It's because he's constantly spying on her. Because while he's being sad, he's also watching her computer screen while she's talking to her boyfriend. So this is why you're not inviting me.
Yeah. They need a restraining order against him.
Yeah. And then we find out Ice Cube's wife died quite like a few years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
And every year he's been sending her a message saying, "I miss you."
Yeah.
I feel like they could have put a bit more effort into that. Be like,
yeah,
because I feel like in movies,
like yeah,
they'll like do like sort of like a diary entry
I was
to their spouse, to like as if they're still alive,
like an explanation of like what he's got up to in that year, or like something, because that's something
or just
that people do generally do.
Yeah, or just like, oh, blah blah, got the job, or we're having grandchildren, something like that.
Yeah,
because like, but it seems like he just sort of accepted that she's dead.
Yeah,
but he's just like, he doesn't want to accept it, but he has accepted it. But it's strange.
Unless like she's moved to a different town rather than that she's actually
yeah, that's a good way to put it actually. But yeah, it becomes apparent throughout this movie that a Facebook message not delivering is a sign that someone has died. Yeah. He messages his wife on Facebook, by the way.
Her Facebook wouldn't be deactivated. If it was like her phone number, that makes sense. But her Facebook would still be active.
It's an indicator that someone has died if you send them a message on Facebook and it doesn't deliver. Throughout the whole movie. But I'll come back to that later.
The kids are gonna die.
I'll come back to
the baby. Let's go.
I knew you were gonna do that. But anyway, so do you remember the Disruptor?
Yeah, the guy, the hacker guy.
The hacker guy, yeah?
Super villain.
I thought you were going to forget. So Ice Cube has found the IP address of that guy. So he, like,
sends... going to dox him.
So he sends... Well, he is the CIA, Connor.
Oh, yeah. He already knows
he's not just some guy in his basement. So he sends a SWAT team to go and, like, get him. To go and, like, kill him.
It's a bit far, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. But, yeah, while they're doing this, he's surveilling them to see if they're like in any danger. For some reason though, the person who's like heading up this raid is just FaceTiming them, just holding their phone.
Yeah, wouldn't it make sense if he's like watching
if it was a body cam?
Yeah,
exactly. It turns out there's a decoy, and Ice Cube pulls his first.
No way! First of many.
Yeah, first of many. He also does a lot more of one certain thing. I'll get back to that later.
For some reason, when you said it's a decoy, I just pictured like the K-pop Demon Hunters when he puts the mannequin on the roof.
No, I think it's just sort of like a little box in the
like a Rick and Morty decoy. Like, you know when he's Pickle Rick and he's like on the phone and they track the phone to like the specific room, but Rick's actually on the phone.
Yes.
You have no clue what scene I'm on about. When he's in the prison, that's Pickle Rick.
Anyway, so then this meteor crashes down next to the building.
Yeah.
That they're doing the raid in, and that's actually why Ice Cube pulled the little face.
The little face.
And then we see all these meteors like crashing down all over the world and all over the country.
Yeah.
And there's some crashes around Ice Cube's office. He goes,
no way. Bro's
and then he just goes back to work.
Give him an Oscar.
So he takes a door on Facebook, yeah. To be like, are you okay? But it doesn't go through. Because apparently as soon as you die, your Facebook gets immediately deactivated.
Yeah.
They're quick with that.
Facebook's like, we're not having any fake accounts on here. If someone dies, you're losing a follower. We're deactivating that straight away.
But that doesn't really matter because he just goes on CCTV in her like office. She's like a biologist. He goes on CCTV in her office and she's just fine. She's just under a desk.
Oh. So why have they deactivated her account? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know why it didn't deliver.
They just assume she's dead.
Because
she's got no service.
It does deliver later.
She's got no service.
Yeah. So Ice Cube then texts her boyfriend to go and get her, to go and help her out.
It doesn't send.
No, it does send.
Oh.
It's not just going to keep not sending. But yeah, now that he knows that she's safe, he calls his son, and he's like running through the streets, like trying to run away from the meteors. And for some reason, she keeps going left, right. I don't know where he's directing him.
Also, can he hear him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
He calls him. He's not.
Okay.
He's not just surveilling him.
I could just picture him just like standing in a room, just like, you know, like when people are watching like a horror movie in a movie, and they're like talking like,
Don't go
no,
in there,
don't go in there.
Yeah.
That's what I could picture.
But yeah, no, he's shouting like turn to go left and right, and like we're shown that he's looking at a map with a line showing where to send him, but I don't know where he's sending him.
Is that revealed?
No.
Well, he just runs.
He's just running away from meteors. How does Ice Cube know that the meteors aren't going to be at this certain place? What if he goes to this place and a meteor just crashes down on him? What do you do then?
Maybe it's a bunker.
Maybe, actually. But, I don't know. Suddenly, the call cuts.
And he tries to message him on Facebook and it doesn't go through.
No! Ice Cube is convinced that his son's dead, so he pulls another one of these.
No way. It's two of
Now,
many.
Let's go back to Sandra Nasser. She's like out in the field near a... This is the first time anyone's ever gone outside in this movie.
What? Wait, but the sun was running outside away from meteors.
Never mind, it's not actually.
What do you mean?
This is...
Or was he running in his home, like around his house, and meteors are just crashing in his house?
This is probably the first time they actually filmed something on location, I should say.
Oh, okay. Everything else was green screen.
Yeah, it seems like it, I think. So, yeah, so she's near one of these meteors, and they're like FaceTiming Ice Cube and like some like Department of Homeland Security or something. I don't know.
Is that another woman?
No.
Oh.
That's Phil Coulson from Avengers. You don't know who I'm talking about, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, the guy who like dies in the Avengers movie because he loves Captain America.
Yeah.
He's like in love with Captain America.
Yeah. Shut up.
He's got the baseball card.
Shut up. Let me keep going. Yeah. So this big tentacle comes out of the meteor, and then like the call goes all glitchy from Sandra Nasser.
It's the War of the Worlds.
Wait.
Please tell me they say that at one point.
They say that twice.
Yes.
So yeah, we see this huge monster going through the city. It's like tentacles and then like this big head. So Ice Cube takes his glasses off and he puts them back on.
No way! What an important detail of the film.
Just you wait. His son then calls him, so he's not dead, and says and it's like, I have something important to tell you. But like, it's coming down important if he just keeps going. It's important, I promise. It's important. I have something important to tell you. Why don't you just say it?
Yeah, just say it.
Yeah, so Ice Cube takes his glasses off again. Is like basically just like, shut up, I don't care.
I think I've seen this shot of him taking his glasses off.
And he puts his glasses back on.
Shot. Why?
This starts a trend of Ice Cube just constantly taking his glasses off, put them back on throughout the entire movie.
I feel like I've seen that at some point. Like, that feels very familiar, watching him take his glasses off and just do nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, so we then see a little montage of Ice Cube just watching footage of these monsters and just putting together a little presentation.
What, like a PowerPoint?
They're trying to make it like look exciting in any way. He's just putting together an Excel document.
Nice.
And it takes so much longer than it should.
Yeah.
And they've got like music behind it. It's like, as if you're supposed to be like a,
whoa, this is so cool. How's he doing this?
I don't care.
Bro's like some sort of
He's just like
scientist.
going on a thing and like screen grabbing it and putting it and like dragging and dropping it into a little thing and writing monster breaks blah blah blah. And it's just so boring.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's check back on Ice Cube's daughter. She's now out in the field.
So Ice Cube messaged her on Facebook, and it actually does send.
No, he's called her, obviously.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason, her boyfriend just didn't show up. I don't know where he's gone, but he just didn't show up.
Maybe send him a message.
But yeah, so she's like outside. Shut up, Connor. Stop talking up. We're done with Facebook and not.
Do they not
repeating.
come back to that
I don't
ever
think
again?
So. I don't think so.
What is the point in that detail if they just do it once?
But yeah, so she's outside because he didn't show up. So, and there's like and she goes outside and there's a monster right there. So she's like, so she runs away. And
It's not a monster. It's an alien. What the hell are you on about?
It's a monster.
It comes from space.
It's still a monster, isn't it?
No, there's a difference between monsters and aliens.
Shut up, Connor.
There's a film literally called Monsters vs. Aliens.
I knew you were going to say that. But yeah, so Ice Cube starts going, go, run. What do you think she's doing? She is running.
She's just walking. She's just taking a leisurely stroll away from the alien.
Yeah, and she's also heavily pregnant. What do you want her to do? Just run faster.
Get a car. Drive.
But yeah, so he then always she then like falls over and like she drops her phone. So Ice Cube almost sees his daughter and his future grandchild die in front of his eyes. So he pulls another one of these.
No way.
Um,
The Harry Rotashaw face.
Now, there's this one bit where, to make sure she's alive, he checks her heart rate on her. Yeah. And she's like, okay, she is alive, but he says, your heart rate is way too high. Yeah.
She has a constant heart rate monitor just on her.
Apparently. But yeah, he says, your heart rate is way too high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you're a runner. I'm sure you know something about, like, heart rate, like, what it is when you're excited or running or whatever.
No, but yeah, go on.
You have some sort of idea.
Yeah.
So, after this woman almost just died and is in the midst of an alien invasion, and she also has something stuck in her leg. I forgot to mention that. She has something stuck in her leg right now, like stabbing her.
Yeah.
What would you say her heart rate would be to be way too high?
It's got to be close to 200.
Close to 200?
Yeah.
It's 105.
That's not way too high. That's like...
I feel like she's playing too
average.
calm.
Yeah, that's quite average. I feel like the normal heart rate's around like 90-ish.
What? For like running, I feel like it's around 100, 110.
When I'd wear my Fitbit and I'd run, mine would be typically around like 150 at least.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if it's 105, I feel like she might be a little bit too calm for the situation.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they made it 105 and he's like, it's way too high. It's way too high.
Should have put it at like 180 or something.
Yeah. Put it where it's like... Yeah, so he's like getting this Tesla. He like hacks a Tesla. His daughter's now in immense pain going to this hospital in this Tesla. Yeah. In the back of the Tesla.
Of course it's in the Tesla.
She's bleeding with this thing stuck in her leg, stabbing her. So he thinks this is a perfect opportunity to be like, why didn't you invite me to the baby shower? And then there's kind of a whole load of just nothing.
Bro has a heart rate monitor attached to her and he's questioning why he didn't get invited to a baby shower.
Yeah.
Why doesn't she just take it off?
It might be like one of them on the phone where like...
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
but still.
But yeah, there's a lot of nothing that happens for a lot of after this. They really try to pad the runtime because there's a bit where Ice Cube, he tries to hack a drone, but to monitor the Tesla. But he needs a level 5 password to hack that drone. So he messages support and gets a level 5 password and then just hacks the drone.
So they didn't need to do that.
They didn't do that at all. He could have just hacked it.
They did a whole Rick and Morty thing where this is the second time I've...
Stop talking about Rick and Morty.
He like goes into someone's brain who has the level 9 password.
No, he just texts tech support.
And then he destroys the government by turning a 1 to a 0.
No, he just uses the drone to just go over a Tesla.
Such like a...
Yeah, anything to pad the runtime a little, right?
The thing is, in such like a high concept thing where it's like a guy works for the CIA, he has endless possibilities to basically do whatever he wants, controlling all surveillance systems. He watches his children.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this film's about, him just watching his children.
Yeah. He's probably got one of the most important jobs in the CIA as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say one of the most important, but
a very important
I would
job.
say it's quite important to like make sure
he could catch threats before they happen.
Yeah.
So it's probably one of them.
Well, obviously can't if there's something that says high threat and he's like, yeah, that's cool. Just
yeah, that's cool, actually. But yeah, for the next 5 minutes, we kind of just see Ice Cube tell other people what we already know. He just shows people his little presentation he made. It turns out this alien invasion is bringing about world peace because they're all fighting against this common evil.
What?
So they're making a war of the worlds. They say that.
What is the common evil?
The common evil is the aliens.
What?
The aliens are all around the world.
But you said the aliens are fighting the same threat. I'm so confused.
No. Everyone in the world is fighting the aliens.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So
They're
it's
all
like
fighting the same
world's
threat.
coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought you said the aliens were fighting for world peace.
Did I?
I think. I don't know.
I don't think I
I
did.
wasn't re-listening.
I told you to repeat the last half an hour or what?
No, keep going. I listened to most of it, but I kind of just got mixed up on that one sentence.
But yeah, Ice Cube finds out that these big aliens are trying to go to sensitive government buildings, like data centers, because they want to eat data.
They're hungry.
Our most sensitive...
Yummy, yummy.
I'm gonna let you sit with that for a second. Our most sensitive resource is our data, and they're trying to eat it
Do you want me to do it again?
No! And they describe these aliens as Trojan horses. They're not Trojan horses.
Yeah, how are they? I guess the meteor could be, but that's not really a Trojan horse. The Trojan horse is tricking them.
What it is there's smaller little spider robots that come out of the tentacles of these bigger ones.
Yeah.
But a Trojan horse is something threatening inside something seemingly innocent.
Yeah, but there's something
Both
threatening.
things seem threatening.
Yeah, that's like the point in the Trojan horse. It was like, oh, this is a gift. Look at this lovely gift. And then
Yeah, to let them in.
No, it's not a gift.
Yeah, so I don't think a massive robot using sound waves to disrupt radio signals is very innocent seeming. I don't think I'm going to see it. I'll be like, nah.
It's pretty nice. He's a nice fella.
Fart smell. Yeah, Ice Cube's daughter ends up getting to her destination, which isn't a hospital, it's like a government building.
Yeah.
I don't know what the building is, but when he was sending her somewhere with the Tesla, when he was putting a destination, he was like, all hospitals are unavailable, so you'd assume he'd send her to somewhere that has like facilities.
Yeah.
But he just sent her to a government building.
The thing I really don't understand right now, is his children hate him because he basically spies on them.
Mm-hmm.
But they just do everything he says once being spied on.
Yeah.
Like, you would think they'd be like, no, because you're just a creep. You're just like a weird guy who likes to watch us do everything. Yeah. So I'm not going to listen to what you want to do. But they don't. They just go along with everything. That makes no sense.
I said that his daughter is a biologist, right?
Yeah.
So there's obviously this thing in her leg, and she's on the floor. She's like, maybe if I take this thing out of my leg, I'll stop the bleeding. Is she dumb?
She's the worst biologist ever.
Surely she knows if she takes it out, it'll just bleed more.
Yeah, well, let's just wrap it up.
She's going to take out the one thing that's stopping the bleeding.
Yeah.
At this point, her boyfriend gets there and is like, I will tape up the wound with my packing tape to stop the bleeding.
It's Amazon packing tape.
It's Amazon packing tape.
Parcels.
And it actually works. Ice Cube is like, don't do that. That won't work. And then it just works. But yeah,
don't do it.
These little robots, remember, they were eating data?
Yeah.
They eat Facebook.
So that Facebook's down, so that means everyone is dead.
No, so that means every memory of Ice Cube's wife is now gone, apparently.
He hasn't got like pictures stored on his phone or
apparently
something.
Not.
He just his entire life is just documented on Facebook.
Yeah.
He works for the CIA. He could just literally take information from anywhere. He could take CCTV footage from probably like 50 years ago of his wife's birth.
I don't know why I'd want that.
I don't know either, but he probably could if he wanted to.
But yeah, we go back to the Disruptor. Do you remember the Disruptor? I wouldn't blame you if you don't, because it's hardly here.
I do, because he's the only character's name you've actually said, apart from like Sarah from NASA.
Sandra NASA.
Sandra, sorry.
Come on, Garner. But yeah, we go back to the Disruptor. Ice Cube takes the glass off. He puts it back on. Yeah! And he looks at this anonymous person, and he puts their voice into a voice modulator, and he pitches their voice up and finds out it's his son. You're telling me
his son is the what was his name?
The Disruptor. You still didn't remember.
I literally said like the Disturbinator or something.
Disturbinator. But yeah, you're telling me they never tried to just pitch this guy's voice up. The voice is very obviously pitched down.
Yeah.
They didn't think, maybe to find out who it is, we'll just whoop.
Also, he watches his son every day, and he didn't he wasn't watching his son and thinking, wow, his activities are slightly strange. He didn't once watch his son and think, wow, that like, what is he doing? He's literally hacking into the CIA right now.
Yeah, that's true actually. But I think he just sort of spies on his daughter. Maybe that's the only thing we see him do.
And
call his son, be like, stop playing your games. Now I'll be honest. Around this point, this was around the hour point, I did something I've never done during a movie before, and I put it
off.
No. I put it into 1.25 times speed.
Understandable.
It was
probably like half one at night.
I could not be bothered with this movie. I just want to get it over with. It's just so boring. I just can't be arsed. I'm kind of ashamed to do that, but it's also War of the Worlds. I've watched it twice now.
Yeah, realistically, it's not like you were watching like, I don't know.
And at like 2 a.m, so...
I'm trying to think of like a really prestigious... It's not like you're watching Oppenheimer at 1.25 speed, being like, boring hour movie, and his stimulation.
Yeah. There's too much stimulation, if anything, really. But, yeah, so we find out that there's this massive surveillance system called Goliath that is like generating so much data that's attracting these aliens.
Yeah.
So Ice Cube confronts Phil Coulson, and he gets fired.
You don't know his actual name.
No, it says it on screen, but like on like Zoom.
Oh, okay.
But no, I don't know his actual name.
Okay.
Now, for some reason, we need 3 examples why he's locked out of the system. He goes on 3 different things, and it's like, you're locked out. Just do one. And then we're like, oh, well, he's obviously locked out of everything then. Yeah, he then gets this thing from his son, because he's confronting his son about being a disruptor and blah, 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 blah. So he gets this thing from his son to just get him back on the system. So he takes the glass off, puts it back on.
Does his son get arrested?
No.
What the hell?
So, yeah, Ice Cube then gets introduced to his son's team, called the Disruptors.
What an original name.
They're helping make a virus for these robots. So it uploads this virus to all these servers around the world. I don't know how they were able to access all the servers around the world.
The CIA, they can just do that stuff. They can do
With,
whatever they want.
with using one server.
Yeah, they can do that.
Okay.
They can just do it.
But yeah, it makes all these robots start glitching, but then they just decide to target the Disruptors.
No.
So then just blow up all the Disruptors' houses. And we see Ice Cube's house, like, burnt to crisp.
So he messages from
with
Facebook.
With his son inside. So naturally, he takes his glasses off and puts them back on.
And then he gets his phone out, messages him on Facebook, and it doesn't deliver.
Now, you want to know something crazy?
What?
He takes his glasses off and puts them back on twice.
Wait, he goes.
I think so. I just have my notes that he did it twice. I don't remember.
But isn't that relevant?
Yeah, so he sees his house burning up. So he once again takes his glasses off. But his son then calls him, so he puts them back on.
No way.
Turns out his son was at some other house and he just had a green screen up.
This son, he just teleports everywhere.
And then Sandra NASA calls Ice Cube and is like, these robots are a mix between biological and cyber. Because they have blood and like DNA. So that means they can kill it. So Ice Cube has to deliver this cannibal code on a thumb drive to the like server room.
Yeah.
Where all these robots are. And they're like, this is a suicide mission. It'll kill you in the process.
Does he move out of that one room when he goes to the thumb drive?
He hasn't yet.
But he does.
He does.
No way.
But he doesn't have a thumb drive. He's like, they don't let thumb drives in the building. I'm CIA. So Ice Cube has to place an order on Amazon. We see the entire order. We see the entire process of placing an order on Amazon. So the daughter's boyfriend can deliver it via Prime Air. I should remind you that Amazon had no involvement in the production of this movie.
He's got Prime, so he's got same day delivery on Prime.
Yeah, I think they do say same day delivery.
That's so.
So Ice Cube starts going towards the server room while Devin Bostic has his little VR headset on with the Prime Air drone. So, and Ice Cube's son also flies a drone behind him to protect him.
Why do you need 2 drones?
Because he's got to protect him from the aliens.
From the drones.
Yeah. So yeah, and then this Prime Air drone ends up like falling on its back, and they can't just flip it over. So they text a homeless guy, and they're like, "Can you go flip it over, please?" And he's like, "What the hell? Why would I do that?"
And he steals the drone.
And they go, "We'll give you free internet for a year." And he goes, "No." And then they send him a $1,000 Amazon gift card, and he goes, "Fuck it."
What's he gonna do with a $1,000 Amazon gift card when he has no internet?
And he goes, "I'll flip it over." So Devin Bostic ends up getting the drone to Ice Cube, and like I think it hits him in the face.
And Ice Cube's like, "Wow, this same day delivery is so fast with Amazon Prime that you can get for how much is Amazon Prime? Like
I don't know,
like $5 a month."
Are you doing an ad right now?
No, that's what Ice Cube did.
Okay,
that's what he said.
But yeah, he plugs this thing in while all the like robots are climbing over him, and he plugs the thing into the server,
and it works. And he's like, "Wow, this USB thumb is so high quality from Amazon Prime that I got same day delivery."
Are you sure you're not doing an ad? Yeah, then everything goes black, and the code starts working. So
no way,
it kills all the robots once and for all. Finally, so it turns out Ice Cube's actually alive, and he gets offered.
What was there a moment where you thought he was dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't mention that, but yeah.
Okay.
So he gets offered another job by this random guy that we saw earlier. I don't remember who he was. And it's pretty much what he was doing before, but they're like, this is ethical this time, but it's pretty much the same. And he's like, and he goes,
Can I watch my kids?
No, he goes,
No.
I'm done watching us. From now on, I'm watching you. I don't know what that means. He doesn't have surveillance.
And then bro just turns on Netflix and just starts watching you. Don't look at the camera. That's no.
Finally, we're at the end of the movie. Both times I watched this, I felt both relieved and tired when it finished. And not just because the second time I finished at 2:30 a.m.
Because it was so
just so
draining.
It's so annoying. I think you should watch this just to see how terrible it actually is.
I don't think I will.
I think you should.
Yeah, well, I don't think I will. Because I actually did rewatch a movie for this week. I didn't want to. I was trying to watch anything else just so that I didn't have to rewatch Mac and Me.
There's not enough bad alien movies.
There's not. There probably is enough, but not that I could think of in the time. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll do like Aliens in the Attic because it's like such a weird concept. But I thought it probably won't be as dumb as Mac and Me. So I thought Mac and Me's the perfect one.
Okay.
We're going to start off by saying this is obviously a rip-off of E.T. It released 6 years later, but it's like the most blatantly obvious E.T. rip-off you will ever find.
Okay.
Spoilers, it doesn't work being a rip-off because it doesn't have the same hype at all.
What do you mean?
Like, so obviously E.T. was like, oh, E.T.'s this like cinematic masterpiece. Everyone loves E.T. It's so good. Like, it became like it's not a cult classic. It's like it became a classic movie. Mac and Me, nobody talks about Mac and Me. So
I think I said a few things of people being like, this is a terrible movie.
Yeah. I do want to start off. This film has similar to Amazon Prime Amazon in War of the Worlds.
Okay.
This film has a lot of very blatant ad integration.
Is it McDonald's?
And you will never guess what one of them is. So the opening scene is on the aliens planet where they're just chilling there and they've got like a straw and they just put it in the ground and they like start like drinking water. I don't know. I think they're on Mars or something, but they're like drinking water from Mars.
Okay.
And then this spaceship just lands, and for some reason the shadows are really weird. That like all the dark shadows go like really grainy and like
on purpose.
Weird. Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay.
It's there just to collect like rocks and stuff from Mars, but then gets out like a Hoover and like sucks up the aliens, and they literally like morph into it. It's like their arm like stretches and they're like go. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like the Hoover holds like this, but they're like this. So they just go into the Hoover.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I feel like this is supposed to be bad.
I don't think
Is it a parody of...
I don't think it is, because I'll get to who the composer of this movie is in a minute. Because
John Williams.
I found out at a specific point because it came up on screen. And I was like, what? There's no way they actually got him on this film.
Okay.
We'll get to that. The aliens are the ugliest things ever. They literally, the entire film, look like they're whistling. Their mouths do not move. They're just stuck like this.
Okay.
Their mouths
are
look
they whistling?
Like... They that's how they communicate. They whistle.
Okay. They always got to be ready to whistle, kind of.
Yeah. Their mouths look like arseholes on their face. It looks so bad. They are the ugliest things ever. So they get sucked onto the ship and they go to Earth. And then the opening credits start to roll. And that's then when I saw that the composer was Alan... I'm going to say
Silvestri?
Alan Silvestri. Which I think you know who Alan Silvestri is. The composer of Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, The Croods, and a few Avengers movies. I have no clue how they got Alan Silvestri to compose this movie.
What? That was the whole budget.
Probably so. I cannot comprehend how they did it. Because you can actually tell when you're watching. You can hear like Back to the Future and stuff in the soundtrack.
Uh-huh. I assume the soundtrack is the best thing about it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, there is no doubt in my mind that the soundtrack is the highlight of that film.
Uh-huh.
Like, it does feel like Back to the Future. Because it's like it's a 1988, this film released. So, like, around Back to the Future kind of time. Mm-hmm. Like, that's sort of the soundtracks of that time. It's very reminiscent. Doesn't matter. So, there's obviously the scientists are looking at the thing. The aliens escape. This kind of irrelevant information.
Okay.
But when the baby alien, which is the plot of this film, this is the E.T. character. That's not yet. We'll get to Mac. He's not called Mac.
That's not
yet.
Mac.
It is Mac, but he's not called Mac yet.
Okay. Well, of course he's not. He's an alien.
Just an alien. He's tried to escape and he grabs onto a fence, and I can't tell if it's an electric fence or not, but there's a hole in the fence, and then a helicopter comes to land, so he's like flapping in the wind at the helicopter.
Okay.
Like holding onto the fence, like flapping away. Then, because the the winds are so quick, he lets go, gets hit by a car, and then gets squished against a windscreen of a different car.
And he's dead.
And he's just flat against it. And then, like, there's like a kid and a dad in that car, and they're like, "Oh my god, what the hell's this?" They're not actually relevant in this film.
This reminds me of Fixed. Call back.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he gets hit by a car, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's a dad and a child in this car, and the child's like, "What the hell's that thing?" They're not relevant. They don't ever show up again.
Okay.
Because Mac, the alien guy, we're going to call him the alien guy in a minute, because it's not Mac yet.
Okay.
He escapes into another car, into this kid's car, and there's two sons and a mum, and one of the sons is in a wheelchair. That's actually an important detail. That's not like a thing. It's got disabled representation in this film from 1988.
Already better than E.T.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. And this is where we get our first brand integration, because the kid is eating Skittles, and it's very obvious. Like when they get home,
nice Skittles.
he's like eating Skittles, and then he like puts it on the back seat behind him, and then like Mac's like laying next to the Skittles. Then when they go home, he's got Skittles on his bedside table, and then they also eat Skittles later in the film. I don't actually remember when they eat Skittles later, but they do.
I bet Mac loves Skittles, doesn't he?
I don't think he ever eats them.
Oh, I thought that'd be a bit where like you eat Skittles, and I was like, oh my god, this is like the closest thing to the food in my home planet.
They don't eat; they only drink. They just like put straws in the ground and just drink from their home.
If their mouths like that, it's perfect to fit a little Skittle in there.
Yeah, they don't eat anything; they only drink. Yeah, we see obviously Mac's not the only alien that was kidnapped from that home planet. There was 4 of them. So the other 3 aliens, you just see them roaming a desert. They're just chilling in this desert.
Why are they so far away from Mac?
Because they just didn't. Mac just ran away. He just escaped. But
so you are calling him Mac?
The alien. He just ran away. But there's obviously a mum, a dad, and a sister alien, and then Mac's the youngest, the baby.
Okay.
He's baby Mac. This family's moving into their new home. For some reason, there's like a important detail that this is where they're now moving to. They could have just like.
Is that like a? I don't want to move here. I liked our old house in the city.
Wow, Mum, look how crazy this new place is.
Oh.
Like it's so irrelevant. It actually like they don't. There's no real reason. Like they could have just gone on holiday and come home from being on holiday, and this plot would have been the exact same.
Okay.
Like there's not like they basically move everything in on the first day. It's not like half the film. Everything's in boxes and stuff. Everything's moved in the first day.
Okay.
In like the first like week of them being there, Mac's like he's a little bitch. He puts an entire jungle in their living room for some reason. That's not explained.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like just loads of leaves and stuff?
It's just like loads of like trees and stuff like that. And then
how did you do that?
I don't know. And he like chainsaws a hole in their door.
Where do you get a chainsaw?
I don't know. It's just like this like thing. He just cuts a hole. It's like a triangle hole in the door. And then the mum comes in. It's like, why would you do this? I've actually just realised I've missed out like a very important plot detail. But we're gonna continue, and I'll go back in a minute. The mum's like, why would you do this? And then the kid was like, it wasn't me. It was this thing. And then it's like, yeah. But when they moved in, we're going back now. When they moved in, the kid's like chilling, and he's like playing with his remote control car. And then for some reason, he's like, yeah, I'm finished. So he opens the back and takes the batteries out. Because everyone does that when they're finished playing with their remote control car. They just remove the batteries. And then the car starts moving on its own because Mac, he touches things and turns them on.
The hell? Hope he doesn't touch their mum.
Touches the kids.
What the hell? Why'd you go with the kids?
Yeah, and then he touches the TV. And it turns on, but the TV's not plugged in. And he's like, whoa! And that's the important plot detail I missed. It's not actually that important.
If only the kid from Mac and Me and the kid from A Quiet Place Part 1 were switched.
Yeah.
Took the batteries out.
Yeah. And instead the kid put the batteries in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, we're moving forward back to after the jungle. Obviously, the mum blames the kid, and the kid's like, it wasn't my fault. So he gets all depressed and goes to the back garden. And at the back garden, they have a big cliff off the edge of their back garden.
What the hell? Is there suicide in this movie?
No, the kid's on a wheelchair, remember? So he's
Okay.
just like, he just goes towards like the wheelchair, and then there's like a hill. He's just like chilling. He's looking off the edge, and he's like, "Wow, this is so cool."
And Mac pushes them off.
And he hears the whistling. He's like, "What the hell's that?" So he goes to explore, and he goes forward a little bit, and then he goes to, because he's on a hill, he starts to roll, and he's like, "Oh no, we're rollers." Who pulls the brake, snaps the brake off, falls off a cliff into a lake.
What?
Bro just falls
Is
off.
he dead?
No, but he should
Okay.
be. This cliff is at least like maybe like 20 feet.
Okay.
Maybe even further than that. It's like that he falls off like such a long cliff,
Okay.
and then their next door neighbor, who's a girl, is like, "Ah, no, kid, you fell off a cliff." So she's like calling for the parents, and then, or not the parents, the mum, calling for the mum. And the mum comes and it's like, "Oh my god, my son!" And then Matt comes in the water, pushes him out, and then the kid's like, instead of being like, "Mum, I just fell into a lake, I'm okay," he goes, "Did you see that alien that pushed me onto shore?" That's his response.
Okay.
A lot of this film is like nothing, I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
Because stuff does happen after that point. I don't remember what happens.
Great. Nice.
But the girl, the neighbor girl, and the kid are like, "Hey, let's try and capture Mac." So they don't say, "Let's capture Mac, let's capture the alien." They haven't named him yet.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah. So they're like, "Oh, let's capture him." And what they do is they get a Hoover and strap it to the girl's back, and then hide in a wardrobe. And then
Why do they strap a Hoover to their back? Is it like Ghostbusters?
yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
And then they put straws on the ground to lead him to the bedroom. So he's following the straws because he drinks. That's what he does. He just drinks.
so he needs a lot of supply of straws.
yeah.
Why don't you just have metal straw?
I don't know. So yeah, he's got straws on the ground to lead him to the bedroom. And then when he comes to the bedroom, they burst out the wardrobe, hoover him up. He's like holding onto the curtains, getting sucked in. He gets sucked into the Hoover. And then what happens is the girl starts flying in the air.
What?
Then scoots across the ground, up the wall, and then just across the ceiling.
Because of the Hoover?
Because he's in the Hoover. I don't know why he's able to like fly. They then like reverse the Hoover and like push him out, and they're all like, "Whoa, he's there!" But the mum's not there in this scene.
What was the point of them putting him in the Hoover if they're just going to push him out again?
I don't know.
Can you reverse a Hoover? Is that a thing?
I think it is, but I don't know why you'd want to.
Just push all the rubbish out.
Yeah, it's literally it just puts like what's it called? Dust everywhere. So I don't know why you'd want to. But yeah.
To get Mac out, obviously.
Yeah, of course, because everyone needs to do that.
Yeah.
But everyone's there except from the mum. So the next door neighbour and the two brothers see it. They're like, "Whoa, he's real. He's real." And then they're like, "Oh, Mac's kind of like in pain." They don't say Mac, but obviously the alien.
Yeah,
like,
I know, Con, I know.
He's kind of in pain, so let's feed him.
Do they name him Mac at all?
They do.
Okay.
So they're like, "So let's feed him." So they pull out a can of Coke.
Of course.
And they open it and they put a straw in it and they feed Mac the Coke.
And Mac goes, and talks for the first time and goes, "This Coke is wonderful.
I love
You can
this.
get this at the nearest Target."
I love this refreshing cold iced Coke, available at your nearest grocery store for only
And he gives it a wing and it was
$1.
$1.
Yeah, in 1988 that would be expensive for a Coke. But anyway, yeah, he drinks the Coke, and for some reason they also have a Coke plant pot. Like they just a can of Coke. There's no top to it, and there's just like flowers in it. I don't know why.
Oh, resourceful.
Yeah,
They can't afford these plant pots, can
yeah, I don't know why
they?
they
Would
did
it cost a
that.
living crisis?
And we're getting close.
To them calling him Mac or to the end?
To them calling him Mac.
I don't care about that. I want to get to the end.
There's no explanation to what happens next. For some reason, Mac is now driving, like, you know one of them cars you can get for like a child? It's like one of them like toy cars that you like drive in.
Yeah.
He's driving in one of them, and every single dog in the neighborhood is chasing him. And he's just like driving on the street, and like a car nearly hits him, and he's like, woo! He's like going like 90 miles an hour in this thing.
This movie, I can't lie. This movie seems ironic.
The fact they have Coke, Skittles, and McDonald's.
Yeah, that's true actually.
As an ad, I would assume it's not, as well as getting Alan Silvestri to do
I feel
the
like
soundtrack.
maybe it was supposed to be, but then they're like, we can just get those ads.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were like, oh, you know what, E.T. did well.
Unless
let's just
it's
make
unless
like a crap version.
unless it's like Wayne's World.
Maybe.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Wayne's World is
I know what Wayne's
Never
World
mind.
is, but I don't know what that means.
There's a scene of him being like, "We're not going to sell out," but they do loads of ads.
Oh, okay.
In that scene.
Okay. Yeah, so he's like, getting chased by these dogs, and then crashes into a tree, and it's just like chilling in a tree, and all the dogs are like, "What the hell are you doing up there, bro?" They didn't say that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But they are. And then I think this is the point where he gets named Mac, because he gets put in a teddy bear and they cut out the eyes, and it's honestly the creepiest thing ever.
Why is that why they call him Mac?
Because they're going to a birthday party
At McDonald's.
at McDonald's. It's
And they go, "McDonald's is a great place to have a birthday party. You can book at your nearest McDonald's."
and this is the reason the film's called Mac and Me, is because it's sponsored by McDonald's. Because he's named Mac.
That's actually kind of insane.
Yeah.
It was named after one of the sponsors.
Yeah, because they have a literal advert for McDonald's halfway through this film.
It's like if War of the Worlds called it War of the Prime or something.
Yeah, pretty much. you know, Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
You know, there's the Dunkachino thing at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Like the whole ad.
One of the worst scenes in history.
That's in the middle of this film. There's like a McDonald's
Why do
ad
they?
in the middle
Why do they
of this
also
film.
do a Dunkachino? Why do they also do a Dunkin' Donuts ad?
No, they do.
With Al Pacino?
No, they do a McDonald's ad in the middle of the film. They're just randomly, everyone just gets up and starts like dancing in this McDonald's. And they're like, it's like a choreographed dance in the middle of this McDonald's. And then Mac like flies, gets on the counter and starts dancing as well in this McDonald's.
And the first time he ever eats anything, he eats a delicious Big Mac. It was
Refreshing. Refreshing?
It's got a lot of water in it.
What a tasty burger. I've never had anything so...
Oh, we should stop doing these ads. We
Yeah.
should get paid for this.
We do work at McDonald's, so we kind of do get paid
Yeah,
for McDonald's. But not to do these ads.
We should get paid more.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't get paid for Skittles ads or Coke ads.
And... Yeah, Ronald McDonald's in this McDonald's.
Of course he is.
Just, yeah.
Well, to be fair, in 1988, they did have like Ronald McDonald walking around.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
I don't know either. I wasn't
Probably.
working at McDonald's at that time. Yeah. During this McDonald's dance scene, this like the FBI is trying to break in to the McDonald's and like
What?
get Mac.
Okay.
So the kid in the wheelchair steals Mac. He doesn't steal him. He grabs Mac and they just like rolls back home. And because it's all downhill home, he's got an advantage because he's on wheels and they're
I thought it was
running.
already downhill. Is
No.
everything downhill?
No, they're now uphill. McDonald's is uphill for some reason.
Okay.
The house is downhill.
It's all downhill.
Yeah.
Their house is here and it's just it's just a straight line to McDonald's.
Yeah. So he's rolling down this hill, and he like rolls through like a back garden at some point or something. I don't really remember that much.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's just rolling downhill, and the FBI guys are trying to run after him, and they're like, "Oh, I can't get you because you're going downhill." Then he grabs onto the back of a truck, and the truck just pulls him. They go
like in Skate 3.
Yeah, pretty much. He
You
goes.
played Skate 3?
No, but I know what you're referencing.
Okay. Do
He-
you?
Yes, I do. Where you'll go on your skateboard and you grab the back of a truck.
Yeah.
We're like, what was that not to understand? He goes into a store, and for some reason his mum's in that store, and then
Okay.
the FBI's like,
Is his mum
Get
not at a
that
birthday
kid.
party at McDonald's?
no, because it was the neighbor's friend's birthday party.
Okay.
But for some reason he was invited,
Okay.
and the neighbor's sister works out at McDonald's. So even when they leave the McDonald's, there's still McDonald's logos because she's still wearing a uniform.
Is the rest of the movie McDonald's ad? How much of the movie do we have left?
Probably about. Think I looked about an hour in, and I was like, "There's still an hour left of this film."
It's 2 hours long?
Well, it's an hour and 40.
Oh my god, why is it so long for?
I looked about 50 minutes in, so I was about halfway through when I looked.
Okay.
But I don't think we're about. I think we're probably about like an hour and 10 minutes in at this point. He's rolling. He goes into a shop, and his mum's in that shop. And she's like, "Oh my god, the FBI agent's chasing after my kid. Stop chasing after my kid." And so he goes in the shop, and then he leaves the shop. And when he's like running away, his brother, and the two neighbors girls, they come up to him in a car. They open the side door, grab Mac, and then grab him, and then they just drive away.
Okay.
That's how the chase ends. They
Nice.
just like grab him and run away. Then Mac's kind of like, "Oh, you know what? I'm kind of looking for my family, guys."
He's like a family guy.
He's like, no, he's looking for his families. He's looking for the show, the Family Guys. No,
It's from my old family guys. Oh, it's either 1, 2, and 3.
yeah. He's looking for Family Guy. He's looking for his family, and he's like pointing in a direction. He's like, maybe that's the direction he's looking for his family. That's what the kid says. And then the like annoying older sister's like, what if he's dangerous? What if he's actually carrying a disease? And even though he like the first time they ever met him, he like destroyed their house. They were so convinced that he's not evil. Like, so incredibly convinced.
Okay.
So, they're, like, driving, and then they see this... For some reason, they, like, know the direction he is because they see this billboard, and, like, that's relevant earlier. Like, there's, like, he finds, like, an advertisement in a newspaper and, like, cuts it out and shows it to them.
Okay.
And then, like, they see that billboard later, and for some reason, like, it's such, like, a dumb reason that why they know where the parents and family is.
Okay.
They do find the family in a cave. And they're dead in this cave.
What?
The family's dead. And do you know how they bring them back to life?
Touching them.
They feed them a refreshing Coke.
Of course they do.
They literally pull out 2 cans of Cokes and they drink it.
I feel like what they were drinking on their home planet was Coke.
Well, it would seem like water.
Okay.
But
like, maybe it was Sprite.
maybe it was Sprite.
It was Sprite that's gone stale.
Yeah. And then, like, obviously going home, they're a bit tormented. So, to calm them down, they sing Old MacDonald.
McDonald's!
The naked aliens, then...
Why did you have to specify they're naked?
Because they are naked. They walk into a shop. And guess what they go and pick up in that shop?
Clothes.
A can of Coke.
Of course they do.
There's, like, a big tower of cans, and they just grab some of them. And then, like,
do they go from the bottom and then they all topple over?
Yeah.
Of course they do.
A police officer comes and is like, stop doing what you're doing, and points a gun at him. And then...
Buying refreshing drinks?
Yeah.
From your local grocery store?
Yeah, well, he's kind of stealing them.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
You could have said that.
Yeah. They got no money, they're aliens.
Well, they might have...
You think they just pull out their money and they're like, please, can I have 10
They drink
cans of
Coke on, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, good point. The police guy comes up to him and holds a gun. It's like, stop doing that or I will shoot you. And then the alien's like, what if I just took that from you? And he grabs it.
So the aliens can talk?
No, he didn't say that. He just takes it.
Okay, are they bullet resistant? I feel like they're bullet resistant.
They never find out.
Okay.
But yeah, they probably are. So he takes the gun, and then the police... There's like a SWAT team of police come to this grocery store, and they're like, he's got a gun! He's got a gun! And then everyone's like...
shoots them all.
And no.
Okay.
And all the police are like, put the gun down. The kids are like, he doesn't understand you. And they keep going, put the gun down. The kids are like, he doesn't understand you.
For how long?
They say it at least 4 times.
I don't know how your voice didn't crack in that.
It was quite good, right?
That changed the sound effect.
Yeah, and because the alien has a gun, they open fire on him, and
okay.
And then for some reason, like the kid in the wheelchair is like, I can save them, so that they open fire on the aliens and then blow up a building, and the kid in the wheelchair just like goes limp in his chair and apparently dies. And the way they know he dies, they take him off the wheelchair, and the doctor comes over and goes, he's gone. They don't try and save him or anything. He just goes, he's gone. So the kid is dead. Like
the doctor came over and went, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, the doctor's like, I'm not really getting paid right now. So, yeah. So the kid is dead, and then the aliens have like the most badass entrance. They walk through the flames
and they touch him
out, and they actually do touch him.
Yeah, of course, I know, of course they do.
And they bring the kid back to life.
They turn him on.
And out of 4 films that I've seen so far in this challenge, 3 of them, there's a fake out death.
What?
Yes. So obviously, Mac and Me, the kid dies, then came back to life.
Yeah.
Marmaduke, the dog dies, he gets crushed and then came back to life.
Yeah.
And Spaghetti Man, he died and turned into spaghetti, then came back to life.
Are you sure no one died and came back to life in whatever what was it? Sharktopus vs. Werewolf?
I don't think so, but I wish it did, because that would be so funny if all 4 of them, someone died and came back to life.
But then you'd have to make it a theme throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but it was funny. And the film ends after that point, after they brought the kid back to life. They're all standing in court. And the aliens are fully...
Is this the B movie?
The aliens are fully dressed in like a suit and everything.
Oh, so they were actually naked.
And they were naked.
Okay.
And they get American citizenship.
I think it's they like 20 to life or something.
No, they get American citizenship. And,
Why?
And the film literally ends with the little baby one.
That's the end?
Yeah. The film ends with the little baby one chewing popcorn when they're driving off in their car. And then
they can eat?
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I guess they can.
They just have to eat little parts of something.
Yeah.
So if you just get a McDonald's cheeseburger from your local McDonald's and just break it up into little bits.
Don't look at the camera when you say that. If you get a cheeseburger from your local McDonald's, like, this is not an ad. We're not getting paid by McDonald's to say this.
Paid.
You want to split it?
No.
But, yeah. It ends with the baby one chewing gum and blows a big bubble that says, "We'll be back."
And they never came back.
There was never a sequel.
Why do bad movies do this? So many bad movies are always like trying to tease a sequel, like just in case.
Yeah.
What if this does well? We might be able to do another one.
I know.
They're not gonna be able to do another one. They're just terrible.
But the cherry on top was I was watching the credits afterwards,
and it said directed by Alan Silvestri.
No, and when it was Ronald McDonald, it said Ronald McDonald as himself. So they got the Ronald McDonald.
They got Ronald himself.
Like it's not someone playing Ronald McDonald. They got the Ronald McDonald in this film. That's how much it was sponsored by McDonald's. What an amazing movie! I'm so glad I rewatched it twice.
So there's one Ronald McDonald.
I guess so.
No.
Like there is Ronald McDonald. There's not anyone playing him. There is him himself.
Damn.
Yeah, he's probably dead now.
Probably, yeah. The fact there's not Ronald McDonald anywhere else.
Yeah. Do you remember when there was a Ronald McDonald like statue in our store?
What is like?
He was standing there.
Oh no!
You don't remember that?
No.
No, there wasn't like it was like a cardboard cutout statue. It wasn't like an actual. What the hell? I do.
You're just old.
Yeah, that was ages ago. That was years ago.
What
the hell? What the hell?
We went on top. What? So that's the end of the movie.
That is the end of the movie.
Finally.
Yeah.
Mine was worse.
I watched 3 ads in one.
I watched the worst movie of the decade.
This released out of this decade. Mine's the worst of the century.
What, last century? You think that's the worst movie of the 1900s?
Probably not.
It's
probably the worst movie I've seen of the 1900s.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's probably the definitively worst movie. It's got like a 3 on IMDb. What's War of the Worlds got?
I don't know, but it's got a 1.0 on Letterboxd.
War of the Worlds.
1988. 2.0. Mac looks disgusting. What the hell?
I know, he looks so ugly. He looks so ugly. Okay, yeah, War of the Worlds has a 2.5 on IMDb.
Didn't you say this was like 2 hours? This is 95 minutes.
No, it was not. No, it was... Oh, it's...
Did you watch the extended edition?
1 hour 40. The film I watched, 1 hour 40. 1:39 to be exact.
This is 1:35.
What the hell?
You just watched the extended edition.
I watched the director's cut. I think, realistically, War of the Worlds is probably worse. But I do think...
And now you have to watch War of the Worlds.
I do think War of the Worlds is deemed worse because it's a popular movie. It got such like a... It got so in the...
Limelight.
In the limelight because of how bad it was that people are probably watching it and rating it worse because of that. I do think that could be the case.
Same kind of true with Macamee, though.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Macamee was really known.
I think it is a bit.
Macamee is awful.
I know it's not. I know it is.
I'm telling you it's worse. I'm telling you.
Believe
me, I promise you. Please, please, please.
How about you watch War of the Worlds and then tell me if it's worse?
Alright, I'll take the loss if that means I have to watch War of the Worlds to get the win. But that is the end of... That is fundamentally the end of this episode because we have nothing else to say.
We don't really talk about many good movies.
No.
But we'll do a little quick thing. Did you watch any good movies? You watched The Conjuring, didn't you?
I watched The Conjuring. I really enjoyed The Conjuring.
Yeah.
The 4th one. It's a really good one. Good end to the franchise.
I'm watching it tomorrow. But I've been really slacking this week. Yeah. The only movie I watched since the last episode was The Roses.
Mine's only The Conjuring.
Yeah, so... I mean, The Roses is really good.
And I watched K-pop Demon Hunters like 6 times.
Yeah.
But that wasn't my choice. I just want to point that out. I love K-pop Demon Hunters, but not that much to watch it 6 times.
But yeah, The Roses is actually quite good. You haven't watched it, have you?
No, I do want to watch it, though.
You really need to watch it. It's actually quite good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll end it there.
Yeah. So, thank you for listening to this episode. Next week, week is the special episode. Next week is the special episode. I can't wait for this one to come out. I haven't even started editing it, so it might actually be really rubbish. But
it should be a good one.
Do we reveal what the special episode is to get people hyped?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll reveal it.
It's a Lego building episode. You might have seen in the last, maybe, because we filmed it the same time we filmed episode 1, you might have seen in the last few episodes the Lego in the background. But
we both built a Luxo Junior.
Yeah, it was one of these bad boys. We both built him, and it was a race to see who could build it first. So tune in.
Who built it first?
Tune in to next week to see us build, obviously, the Luxo Junior. I think it was a good episode, but we haven't edited it yet, so we don't know to be sure. But yeah, I really hope you did enjoy listening to us waffling about 2 bad movies, and that was basically
this might be one of the worst episodes we've had in terms of movies.
Probably
you
so.
You said Marmaduke and Fix. I think both of these movies are worse than Marmaduke and Fix.
I think Marmaduke maybe. I think I would rather rewatch Mac and Me than rewatch Marmaduke.
You think?
But yeah.
I would rather watch Marmaduke than rewatch War of the Worlds for a third time.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that's all we have to say this episode. I hope you enjoyed the special episode next week. After that, we don't know what theme it will be, and we will not be revealing at the end of next week because obviously we filmed it during episode 1. But
we'll probably reveal it on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll reveal it at some point. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll
rate us 5 stars.
Yeah, rate us 5 stars. What the hell?
On everything.
The only people who rate us 5 stars is me and Brandon. So
yeah, rate us. Yeah, what the hell?
We need rating. So yeah, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye.
Goodbye.